It's a another form. Mwakaba ba Alpha OneTV. Message us so subscribe to Alpha OneTV. Message us subscribe. No one like, no one share, no one turn on notification bell. No. So by update BIA by no so bet me economic house. Comment section once you dear. Message us leave you comment maybe be a cost one. And so I'm a day Bermo Aproba ex President John Mahama Eco PM Tamale. Nane coming to Tamale no nya dia omoye announcement. Nemo muhun so mobano, muhun so wobano. Doma di twini moto ni cars ne sakwa go di ne chino. The person be come honi akwa kwhwe nyoma e course wo hono ne ba dia kabia no ye de be so mo me go.
Many people got the wind that the former president, the flag bearer of the NDC, is embarking on a tour of the Upper East region. And this is the first after the campaign launch in Tamale. And so the excitement, especially among the youth, is something you would love to be part of. And so before I introduce my guests, I just want you to have a feel of the euphoria as they led him through some streets of Bolgatanga. So the pictures you see on your screen just reflects how young men and women welcomed John Dramani Mahama, who is the presidential candidate of the NDC. With me here to have a discussion at Akayet Hotel here in Bolgatanga are two individuals. Joyce Bawa Muktari is well known. She's an aide to the former president. She's the spokesperson of John Mahama's campaign team. And I also have the regional communications officer with me, Jonathan. Jonathan, first of all, how does it feel like to have the flag bearer of the NDC decide to start his campaign actually on the ground here in your region?
Yeah, thank you. Let me say good morning to all our viewers. And nearly said listeners, because you know in the Upper East region we don't have a TV station, so we are used to the addressing our audience as listeners. Yeah, so as you witnessed yourself yesterday, even though the flag bearer and leader of our party was here not quite too long, but the youth were excited to have him once again, and that was even after we had decided not to inform them of where he was going to come from, whether he was coming from Wa or Tamale, because we had learned that he was going to come a bit late, and we didn't want to keep them waiting, especially up to the middle of the night, knowing very well that today is going to be a busy day. But they still decided to defy all odds and then make it to the meeting point. Some of them were even still at Palgu because they thought we were going to come through our usual route. So we had to send a team as at 8 o'clock to go and tell them that the leader of the party was rather going to come from the Upper West region and through Navrongo.
We also arrived here through a different route.
Yes.
But we understand that at a point they virtually hijacked him and forced him to lead them through the town.
Yes. We had to, and I think I agreed with the youth to an extent, because you see, there are so many people who were waiting, especially in the morning up to the evening, to see him in town. And you can see that, from the video you played, even as we went through the streets of town, people came out from their rooms just upon hearing hearing the siren of the dignitaries, and just to have a glimpse or probably just wave at the former president. And I think that is the excitement. It tells you how much they love the NDC, they love His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, and that is Upper East for you. Upper East is one of the strongholds of the NDC, and it is not just a stronghold because we don't do anything for the people of the Upper East region. We have a very solid track record. Our MPs are up to the task, and you bear witness with me that when you go to Ghana's parliament today, you can't count more than 1 or 2 MPs, in the whole house, without mentioning a single MP from the Upper East region. It tells you the kind of people we have produced as MPs who are supporting the cause of Ghana. So the youth were happy. They will do more. This is just a tip of the iceberg. And you agree with me that even with the time we came in, you guys came in, it was even quite a bit late. But on the day of the Bolga rally, I assure you, you see wonders.
Okay, so it's interesting for you to make reference to the youth, and that is where I'll be taking this question to Joyce Bar Muktari. How psyched up is John Mahama? Because he was in Tamale just about a week ago, and then I think on Tuesday he was in the central region where he officially introduced the running mate to the
justly and fairly, and that
across
is what
the country. So Joyce Bar Muktari is the spokesperson for John Mahama's campaign team, and I'm also with Jonathan, who is the regional communications officer. Jonathan, the campaign will be based on issues. The NPP believes that they have done a lot. The president recently spoke about roads and said they have done more roads than any government in this country. They talk about free SHS, and of course there are other initiatives they have implemented. In Upper East, I know that if you look at the statistics, there is an indication that the NPP is making some inroads. As we speak, they have 1 member of parliament out of the 15 seats or so. What are the campaign issues on the ground as we speak?
In fact, they used to have 3. The last elections, that's I think the 2020 general elections, they had 3 seats. And all the 3 seats, those holding those 3 seats were ministers. They were all defeated. In fact, the one who won the Binduri seat didn't even have any position in government. And after which he was appointed as a deputy minister. I can assure you and assure our viewers that Binduri seat, we are taking it back. The running mate, the vice president and the flag bearer of the NPP was in Binduri quite recently. And to the shock of many people, he chose to rather go and visit or have a look at their bent pickup rather than visiting some of the people who even lost their lives, the families who lost their lives in the course of fighting for his own political party. What you see in Volta region and probably maybe in Auntie Joyce's own region. But since we are the people to start the program, where he's starting his campaign, I assure you that will not fail him. The people of Upper East region are ready to give him more than 70% this time round. Okay. We are thinking of 75% for President Mahama this time round.
Okay, so that's your own promise, and I believe that the NDC as a party will be looking up to how hard you work to get those number of votes. And this is live on Wezo TV at Akayet Hotel here at Bolgataga. The former president, John Dramani Mahama, who is the candidate of the NDC going into the 2024 elections, is here. And very soon he will be hitting the road to engage the people and various groups, which I believe Auntie Joyce will speak to. For those who are monitoring us on various social media handles, this program will continue, and I'm sure if you follow Wezo TV throughout the day, in the days ahead, until December 7, and I'm sure on the day of the inauguration, you would not miss an inch of anything John Mahama does. If you want to send us your views, text us WhatsApp 0552697939 0552697939. So Jonathan will be taking leave of us, and then Isaac Adongo will join us. But Auntie Joyce, we're talking about some of the policies. It started off, you initially gave some brief remarks about the Women's Bank, and then he was talking about the mining sector. I believe the former president has his own policy. The NDC is here to adore its manifesto. But can you tease us on some of the things you know will strongly feature as you plan ahead?
I have no doubt in my mind that everybody here and every other single Ghanaian will be very interested in issues to do with hardship, issues to do with poverty, matters to do with unemployment, matters to do largely with an inequitable system that we are all forced and subjected to currently under this very, 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 very useless NPP administration. I have no doubt in my mind that issues to do with mining, especially small-scale mining, will also come up. Look, this game is one that has become between Ghanaians and the government that we have currently. Indeed, in this region, the NDC enjoys enormous support. Note also that there is a huge agric interest here. And certainly Mr. Mahama, I'm sure you know, will be speaking to matters to do with agriculture. In terms of unemployment, we'll be looking also at the 24-hour economy as the baseline for the industrialization and export-driven agenda of the incoming NDC administration. So basically, I have no doubt that he will largely be responding to all the matters that concern persons who live not just here, but also in Ghana.
And summer ACC rare a dompa a deep tree a beshia John Dramani Mahama. If we say debentia, papa na mamu, papa or the buyer, and then insist a ya or sadi baby born my Ghana for. Intin nipa adi tree, adi trada, shia papa, and I do domu and I do and say, oh, nipa domana equisiana. This is the kind of government, and as a buyer and as a president, you hear no my Ghana, my president. Or back on my mind, your hontoye president or be do my so it is a obia honton to my honton. Now discussion because so when discussing a course and then the various policies are John Dramani Mahama ever two abra called Tamale no. Na me kai say hi Alpha 1GH message so subscribe. No one like no one share, no one turn on notification bell. Say by update be no one subscribe to me aka. Makramo. Bye bye.